Hello and welcome. It is Sunday, 10 August 2025. I'm setting up for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show Sunday edition. Hope you all are ready. You never know what good old Willie and the crew will do tonight with John and Bullhorn Barry, and we'll see if Yotivation pops in as well and any other folks. Hope everybody's had a great week and weekend. And a week to come. That's right. So, sit back, relax while I continue to get everything set up. And then I'll connect up with our good friends, the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show crew folks. Oh, it helps if I turn the mic on. Here we go. Welcome. It is Sunday, 10 August 2025. I'm setting up for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, pre-show, another fine Dragus production. Well, we'll get you up and rolling here very soon and shortly. Hope you had a great week and weekend, and week to come. I'm going to get everybody set up, and then I'm going to make the call here in just a sec or so to get everybody rolling. If you hold on, I'm going to make that call right now. Welcome in, welcome in. See if I can get the crew going. Got to be kidding me. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing. Trying to
Sounds
get everybody up and in here so we can get everything rolling. Did you have a good weekend?
Excellent. Yeah.
Awesome. Let me fix this real quick. Yeah, Barry was in the other chat, so I couldn't start.
I'm right here, man.
I couldn't start the the call over there in the pre-show. You say, "I'm here, I'm here." I'm like, "Okay, you're there."
View, man. We've got a cinematic wide view of you. You know what I'm saying? It's 16 by. That's not even 16. It's anamorphic widescreen cinema version of Mark. I'm really digging it, man.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say for yourself is yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm still
Did
doing
you
some
change
setup stuff here, and I'm like, okay.
This is called the Bioshock effect, and it's supposed to. I guess it kind of like an apocalyptic thing going. Can you tell? I'm gonna switch it back over to let's see.
Yeah, your voice sounds.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back, guys.
If I was a real man, I would perhaps sound like this.
If I was a real man, I would sound like this. I'd be very masculine.
Robotic.
Or if you want to ice my voice, like in an interview, like I'm a whistleblower.
You're a
And,
whistleblower. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work for the NSA, and they're been spying on us relentlessly through our phones, our televisions, and believe it or not, our beds. Yeah, the beds that we sleep in, they've got built-in microphones and cameras, man. Okay? Maybe you don't believe that, but that's why I'm whistleblowing here today on the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, is to let you guys know what's happening.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to check something out. All right. My daughter just got home. All right. Okay, yeah, that does sound really good, though, Barry. You could use that on Willie's section, I guess, right?
Yeah.
If you have any questions for me, CS, just ask away, because look, they've already threatened my life multiple times. Okay? So, I have nothing to lose. All right? I've got
Are
to tell
you
everything.
wearing a tinfoil hat?
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
But it's not any ordinary tinfoil hat. It's a special hat developed by NASA that blocks all of the electromagnetic spying devices that they have to read my mind.
Well, there you go. Good for you.
That's right.
That sounds like it's working out for you.
Yes, otherwise, they would be over here right now with the SWAT team breaking down my doors.
So tell me about Epstein Island.
Right. Epstein Island. Actually, believe it or not, there's a connection with Epstein Island and the surveillance grid of NSA, because what's happening is they have a giant telescope, okay? A giant telescope over there at Epstein Island, and it can see thousands of miles away. It can see into your bedroom, okay? That's how powerful it is. No, seriously, I've seen it. I've actually looked into your bedroom window more than once. I remember that time that you were yelling at your dog because, you wanted another snack and you wouldn't give it to it. Yeah, I saw that, okay? So don't make fun of me. These are real facts, not conspiracy.
Okay. I don't even know how many articles I just opened up that we already covered last week. Boom, boom.
All right, man. I'm back.
Barry. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Certainly can't complain. I'm alive. 6 feet above ground. That's good. I'm vertical, as my grandpa used to say.
It's funny. We got this government whistleblower, and I've never seen you and that whistleblower in the room at the same time together.
Yeah, it's odd, especially like last week. I had George Soros over as well. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? You didn't know I was in with George, did you?
Oh, I've had my suspicions.
Makes you wonder
suspicions all along.
If I'm doubling as a CIA agent, huh? Or am I a mole inside the deep state? It's just really hard to tell.
Not that hard.
Well,
Actually,
you could take and be a mole inside Willie's worm farm. Or the Cricket Emporium.
Like a literal mole that, digs in the dirt?
Could be. That's up to you, I guess. I don't know. Not my show.
You're working for people for the ethical treatment of insects. Petty.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man, I wonder if there is such a thing. I know there's people.
You're a whistleblower. You're talking about the conditions on the farm.
Gotta save the crickets, man.
He feeds them actual poop.
Crickets have feelings too. Can't you hear them chirping when they cry?
Yeah. Instead of save the whales, it's save the crickets.
Save the crickets. Save the worms.
I started a movement, man. I think that'd be really a top-selling T-shirt. Save the crickets.
Yeah.
Don't eat the bugs.
Because that would mean a lot to different people.
Yeah, they're living in inhumane conditions.
Inhumane conditions.
They're being forced to live in micro apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in, Veterans
walking
Radio and DP Mudasucker. Thanks for coming in and helping us along the way.
They're living in their filth. Forced to cannibalism because he doesn't take away and bury the dead.
He just grinds them into flour, that's all.
Mic check. One and two.
Sounds great.
No.
Everything sound good out there tonight?
Yeah.
It sounds like it sounds like you're at the motorway. All right, hot rodders, race cars, start your engines.
No, that sounds fine.
Start your engines.
Barry say, fight.
The monster truck. Fight.
I got about 12 out of that.
Let's do it like, let's say fight like a liberal would. Fight. Very, very weak, you know what I'm saying? Very, very effeminate and weak, man.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
They'd never last on the battlefield.
Well, you wouldn't even send the poor thing out there.
I know, you couldn't, man. You'd feel guilty, dude. Yeah, man, I'm not sending that thing out there. Come on, really?
Deck them out in their furry suits.
Oh my goodness, they'd be prancing around in furry suits out in the middle of a battlefield. Can you imagine? What if the army under Biden decided to actually, you know, because they did make military like walking around in red high heel shoes. Imagine if they made everybody put on furry suits and like do drills in furry suits.
Oh my God, no!
Can you imagine? I mean, it sounds crazy, but really, I mean, they did make guys wear high heel shoes. So what's the difference?
I mean, going into battle with a giant, like, pink, you know, wolf costume, you know, all fuzzy and everything.
Yeah, that will definitely demoralize the enemy. Right.
Demoralize him? You're just going to shoot him dead,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's going to aim for the furry.
Oh, yeah. Well, he'd stand out as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, what the hell's that? I don't know. Shoot it.
They could make
camouflage.
It
It's like hunting back in Pennsylvania. It moved.
Exactly, right? It's moving, ain't it? Kill it.
It's moving, ain't it?
I wonder if we can eat it later.
Looks like a furry standing on his back hind feet.
Oh, by the way, I'm expecting some people, and they haven't got here yet, so I might have to, you know, do a little emergency 1 minute break. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were bringing them in on the show. That would be so awesome. You haven't done that in a long time.
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
I love it. I love that. No. Not going to happen. No.
No. Ain't gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm at the dollar store the other day, right?
Uh-oh.
I get up to the counter, and I've got, like, you know, 4 things. One of them I was really excited about are the little cornbread muffins they have. You know.
Before you say anything, let me
Harry,
take a
and
guess.
we'll-
'Cause
Four things. One of them I was really excited about. The
they
little
raised the price.
cornbread.
You'll
You'll never guess. No, you'll never guess what happened.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I bring it up to the counter, and there is a he, she, very ambiguous sex sort of person working the counter.
Ambiguous,
And
non-binary.
she scans it, and it doesn't like beep right away or something, and she just goes, "Oh, this is not in the system," and chucks it over into the corner on the ground.
On the ground?
Yeah, on the ground, and threw it like 10 feet.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the hell? I wanted those. I'll give you $5, whatever. Just I really want those because they're awesome with spaghetti, which I was planning on making. So yeah, cornbread and spaghetti, And so yeah, I was just shocked. I've never seen anything like that. She just literally took it and threw it on the ground and said, I can't sell you those kind of thing. And I'm like, I grabbed it. I grabbed it off your counter. Don't tell me. That's ridiculous. It was the rudest thing I've ever seen. And I was really looking forward to having those.
You know what it is, dude? She sensed that you were not woke. And so
I don't know.
She already had it in for you, dude. She scanned you up and down, just like you looked at her and said, "Oh wow, she's woke and non-binary or something." She scanned you up and down.
Well, you're seeing her. Honestly, I have no idea what the person
I know
was.
that's really tough, man. There's another person at one of the Dollar Generals, Dollar Trees in Tulsa, where I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I don't even know how to address it, because I don't know what it is. I really don't. I can't tell. Cannot tell.
But it was just, it was straight up one of the rudest things I've ever seen anyway. I've never, ever heard of that, right? I mean, you don't just take something and chuck it on the floor over in the corner.
Sure you do. You just do that because it's the polite thing to do.
It's the polite thing to do.
Yeah, and I'm there with good American money, and I want it, and it's on your shelf. What the hell? I was flabbergasted.
Well, I mean, they could scan any other $1.25 item and then just put it in your bag and be done with it. But no, they can't do that.
No, because
at
the Dollar General, when they take and do that, it all goes back to their warehouse and all, and they're ordering in that right away. It's whatever you scan.
Yeah.
That means it's pre-ordered to be replaced as soon as you buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alex, don't get
Alex taught me about that. I'm like, I didn't know.
Don't get all technical.
Yeah, they're crazy automated.
He don't work there anymore. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, a company that size, you just automate it all, But yeah, anyway, that was the thing. Oh, and my Starlink blew up this week. It just stopped working.
Did it blow up or blow up and then stop working?
It stopped working. It just straight up, I unplugged it to go into town, came back, plugged it back in, and it just wouldn't connect to the satellite.
That's not good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Tried every trick in the book.
last night, my internet was off for probably about 11 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And no, on Friday night. Sorry, not last night. Friday night. So, I didn't know if I was supposed to do a podcast with Debbie Perkins. We couldn't get it out.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, I bought a Starlink Mini, which is pretty sweet. It's like so much better than the bigger one.
Oh, cool.
It's night and day. Yeah.
You got the mini me version. That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's like a third of the size of the the dish is, and it's got the router built into it. Right, so it's like it's ready to go.
Right on.
Before I had to run it from the satellite dish to the router and then to the power supply and then plug it in. Now it's just all in the antenna, which is 1/3 the size. So pretty cool.
That sounds awesome, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Here's the plan
Anytime
for
you
tonight.
sort of,
Since this room is working, all right, what I plan to do is when we end this, okay, like at the 2 or 3 minute till mark, I'm going to recall you guys back on this same group, just to let you know. So you have to, don't worry about hanging up because I'm going to end the call.
Okay.
Okay?
okay.
So in other words, we
Don't
don't have
know.
to think about anything. You've got it from here.
I should. Let's try
Every
it.
week.
All right? We're going to try something new tonight.
I do the same thing every week. It's like I never pay attention to what room we're in, so.
I was going to say, you're telling us we're going to be in the same room as if it makes any difference to us, man. We just wait.
Yeah,
for
you just call us. Exactly.
And then we jump in, dude. We don't care if it says 1, 2, or 3. Just get us
I
in
don't
the
even
room.
know. I have no idea what room we're in.
We're in CS Sunday 1 right now.
But
Oh,
we
shit. Well, that's the wrong one.
No, it's not. There's no room that's wrong if you're in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think you guys are just trying to complicate things, man.
I'm not. I just answer the thing when it calls.
Yeah, just answer the thing when it calls, Barry.
I will. Actually, I can do that.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about this over Skype is it's really like I don't think at all. I just get a call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just call out your name, and I'll come running.
Yeah, it's like pretty much like foolproof in that respect. You know?
Yeah, well, I do think that it has a little bit cleaner and clearer sound. And we haven't had, someone come in with really bad, scratchy connection issues. But, that's yet to come. I spent many, many years on Skype. So, even when people were on phones, it sounds a little bit clearer through this than it did on Skype for some reason.
Yeah, I got introduced to Skype a long time ago as well. I've had that account for since probably 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Early 2000s. Yeah.
It was easy to use, and you could at one time there wasn't even a limit on file sizes that you would transfer between people. I mean, I could send you this whole computer program for that I'm using for the broadcaster right now, and it wouldn't, it would never have been an issue. But hey, as time went on, they started cutting back what you can do, what you can't do, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a Skype phone number for a long time, years and years. That was my primary phone,
Yeah. The only thing you couldn't do on it is call 911.
Yeah. And what you could do is you could refresh and refresh all day till you find the exact phone number you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It was so nice.
Yeah. I'm all right, I'm picking out my home phone number here. Let's spend some time on it. I ended up getting just a really super easy one to remember. It was one off the bank's phone number.
See, I would rather talk like this on the phone than to take and be on the phone. To use the computer like that. But hey, it is what it is. Now they want you to do everything through the damn browser, and browsers suck for me because they crash too much.
Your browser crashes.
Yeah, my browsers crash because I have so many damn tabs out.
Oh.
And then my kids yell at me, Dad, You're taking up all the all the bandwidth because you have so many damn tabs up. Say, I'm paying for the damn internet. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And you need to be in bed anyways. Anyway.
All right, here. Let's think here. Let me think. What do we want to start off with?
You better test your clips if you have any clips to make sure they play good.
Yeah, they will. Last time I got an update earlier in the day, and I didn't think much of it, and then all of a sudden, and it wouldn't. Yeah, so when I restarted in the break, it worked. In the second hour.
So that's what happened.
Yep.
Now we know, and knowing's half the battle. I heard that once on a cartoon. I think it was G.I. Joe. Donnie! In the kick chat. Donnie Bunny. Oh, she's a trip. It's fun to watch her.
And there we go.
Man, I got some more good deals at Cheapo Depot the other day, man. Got some good food hauls for really cheap. Some grass-fed beef from the local meat market. All at really good prices, man. I got 12 avocados for $1.50, man.
Jeez. That's a steal, man.
It is, dude.
How
I mean, the best
overripe were they, though?
50 cents, like Aldi's.
And what the hell are you going to do with 12 avocados?
Man, he's going to make some salsa, and he's going to package it up and sell it on the corner. Be like...
Guacamole.
Yeah.
Well, I put one in my smoothie every morning, and then of course you can put them on a hamburger or a sandwich, and they're awesome, man. Sometimes I'll just eat one by themselves and throw some salt and pepper on it and twist a lime, and it's great. Or some chips.
Oh man, add that to a bacon, lettuce, tomato, and avocado sandwich. Oh
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they say avocados are like super good for you. I know they're anti-cancer.
Well,
and I think they're a whole things as well.
You know what's bad? Is if you have high cholesterol, they're bad for you.
Is that right?
They raise your cholesterol, yes. Because they're high in oils.
Oh.
All right. Bufferfell started, and we're off to the races like a herd of turtles over on the radio side. Buffer files are playing right now.
Yeah, I just bought ground beef this time around, but the guy had steaks, so next time I'm gonna splurge. I think he had ribeye steaks, or
I bet you eat ground turkey
for like $14.95 a pound, which I think is pretty good for grass-fed. Not just grass-fed, but free range. It's like local, like they don't even try to get the USDA certification because it costs money, because they probably have even higher standards than that. But it's like I got one place now I can get my my grass-fed beef for, and it was about the ground beef was about the same price they have at Aldi's, but I felt like this tasted better than what Aldi's has.
Mm-hmm. We should do the first hour on that.
What, shopping at Aldi's? Make sure you bring your own bags.
I've been saving, though. That's the thing, man. I've been saving money and eating well and healthy, and it hasn't been costing me anything hardly at all. Yes, I posted on social media about, like, my lunch one day was $2.50 when you include the kind of deals that I'm getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was full. I was full after that. Like, I was stuffed, couldn't eat any.
All right. Let's get ready.
Be able
I'm
to eat a
going to
full-
switch us over.
Okay, I'm going to hang up.
All right. Don't leave. Just hang up.
I'm afraid if we don't hang up, what will happen what happened before.
Yep. And we'll be right back with Censorship Sucks and Bullhorn Barry. I'm going to get him and the rest of the crew back up here. Do 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 do. Hey, there you are.
All right.
Hey, Barry.
Here's what happened, man. The moment
Take
you
it right up
closed
to
that
the
window,
57-minute mark, but you want to end on the 55 so that we can kind of transition over the break. Okay?
Yeah.
when you close that out, it closed it out for us as well. Just to let you know.
What's
when
that?
when you closed out that room, it closed on my end as well. So I didn't even have to close it out. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, I know, because I ended the meeting.
Okay, yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it. You simplified, man.
Yeah.
You're brilliant, dude. You're brilliant mind.
No,
I don't care what
if
says, dude.
anybody can go back into those other, like the pre-show and that, start it and just click end meeting. Do that, after we're done today.
Don't confuse us, man. We made headway, dude.
Yeah, I just hit answer when it rings.
Yeah, somehow I think that's probably part of the problem, though. The meeting didn't end, or it ended and it's like stuck because no one. I didn't know any better at the time.
Mark, you got to understand, we've got the attention span of a goldfish, so don't throw more on us. I don't even know how we do a 2-hour show. I honestly have no clue.
Well, anyways.
The countdown begins, ladies and gentlemen.
30 seconds.
Where's your ovation?
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. She's not here yet.
I hope she makes it in,
I didn't
man.
see her in the room. I think she left again. I'll check. I'll try to get her in. Anyways, here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you are live and on the radio side for the first time tonight. Right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show for Sunday night, August 10th, 2025. And as always, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. Barry, how was your week?
It's almost gone. I'm about ready for a new one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
Monday morning meme madness. That's what I look forward to every week. But yeah, for a lot of people, it's back to the office, back to the grind. The summer is, hey, it's middle of August now. We're getting pretty soon. We're going to be writing 9 on our checks here for September. And so, get out there and enjoy it, folks. Get out there and enjoy summer while we still got it in our grasp. I know I am every single day. So let's dive into some of what's going on in the world. Trump on the peace train has brought a peace agreement between Azerbaijan and Armenia. And this is a battle that's been going on for 30 years, 40 years. It's been going on forever. And if you ever look up the maps, people probably don't, Azerbaijan and Armenia, like I've heard of those for sure, but can I point to them on a map? They're kind of east of Turkey and north of Iran over there. And look at the borders. There is actually, Azerbaijan has like a conclave inside of Armenia, and it's very oil rich. Azerbaijan has a lot of money from the oil it has access to. And so the city skylines and whatnot are pretty impressive, kind of Dubai-ish on a smaller scale, of course. But very impressive play. Now, this war's been going on for 30 years, and Trump brought a peace deal to the table. That is the 7th one that he has come across so far this year. And he just announced that he's going to be meeting with Vladimir Putin in Alaska sometime this week. So interesting, things going on the international scale with war and peace. And I just like to shout it out. Barry, what say you?
I think it's fantastic. I think it's unprecedented. I don't know very many presidents that can say that, He's brokered peace deals in, like you said, I saw 6 areas, but maybe it is 7 now. Of course, we're still missing the Israel situation and the Russia-Ukraine situation, but making progress, it looks like, on those fronts. It looked like we probably had a deal in the Russia-Ukraine situation, and Zelensky started acting insane again, which is what we've talked about 100 times. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm ready to make a deal. And then all of a sudden, he starts running scared again, as if somebody's whispering in his ears not to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but here comes, Trump and Putin meeting in Alaska this week. That's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big, beautiful deal, big, beautiful meeting. The trick is, can you trust Putin? At this point, he's really been reluctant to do anything. He'll say what he wants to, and then at the end of the day, he just turns and backstabs Trump over and over and over. You know what I mean? So can we really trust him?
There seems to be a constant defiance between Putin and Zelensky that is kind of preventing the whole thing from happening as well. So I think there's that direction happening as well, less than it is towards Trump. I don't know what the deal is there. There's obviously some pride going on. You know what I'm saying? Neither side wants to give any, but you gotta, in a negotiation, everybody's got to give a little.
Yeah, they're 2 lions, or 2 bears or whatever, just staking out each other. They're both tough, strong-willed people that don't want to cave. They both want to win. And sometimes winning is just, hey, man, people aren't dying anymore. Zelensky's also saying that they won't give up 1, square foot of land over this whole thing, which is kind of a big ask at this point. And a lot of Eastern Ukrainians speak Russian. They consider themselves more Russian. If they were to vote on succession to Russia, they would probably pass with big, big numbers. Mm-hmm. And so it's not like, there's a big loyalty to Ukraine in that part of the country anyway. It's more of a loyalty to Russia. So what's the big loss in that respect?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, some of them, even a good deal of them, speak Russian.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know though. We'll see some things happening here. Azerbaijan and Armenia is an interesting, case because, again, it's been going on so long and it's so complicated and it just has such deep roots. And I wonder what will happen with that enclave, if there will be a connection back to Armenia that's negotiated, some valley passage or whatever that is theirs, or if it will continue to be disconnected, but there'll just be more of a peaceful agreement to, allow transfer between the two, and what sharing of the resources and stuff. I don't know. It's very interesting. I'm curious to learn a lot more about it. And, we're in the early stages now, though, so let's just take it for what it is and consider it a win.
I will say one
on the other hand, go ahead.
It seems like to me that Zelensky has a lot more to lose than, say, Putin, right? Because he's lost a lot more people per capita than, say, Russia, right? They can take more hits. Russia can take more hits than, say, Ukraine can. Not only that, but Zelensky's favor, he doesn't have the favor of the people anymore, right? Because the people are war weary and they see that it's not going anywhere. And they're just losing lives, and there's nothing being gained from it. So, really, at this point, Zelensky, I kind of feel like he's kind of out of his mind because he's losing the popularity of the people. And if it continues, man, what's going to be left of that nation, man? What's going to be? At least the morale will be so low, if not anything else.
Mm-hmm. And how many, what are the demographics going to look like when everyone, quote, comes back home from the front lines? You know what I mean? How many of them are coming home? Is it just going to be a country of like 70% women for a long time with like incredibly low birth rates because the men just aren't there anymore? You know?
Mm.
What are they going to do about that? I mean, I hear they have very beautiful women. I'm sure there's a lot of people around the world would be like, yeah, I'll move there. That sounds great. Let's go.
And they were using constriction like months ago. So just imagine where they're at now, right? Just to keep people on the front lines. Like I said, they have way too much to lose to keep this thing going. Like you said, I mean, at the end of the day, just stopping the lives from being slaughtered is a victory.
Exactly. At this point, that's the biggest victory, is just to end the killing machine, you know? And then we can move on to Israel and figure out a solution for that, right? Like,
Right.
Netanyahu is saying that they're going to take over all of Gaza and run it again. You know, enough is enough. They're done with it. They're just going to go in, and they're already hated so much on the leftist world stage that what's the point of, it's like when we talk about Russia, what's the point of, I'm not going to lose any PR points on the global stage for going into Ukraine because they already hate me over this made up Russia stuff, you know?
Mm.
So he feels emboldened. And the same with Israel at this point. They're emboldened. Hey, you don't like what we're doing? You think we're monsters? Okay, then let's actually be monsters for a little bit and end this thing once and for all. And just get Gaza under control. Get it to the point where they're not building and shooting rockets over on a daily basis and plotting the next October 7th. Right? Because if you let them build back up, that's the first thing they're going to do is start building the rockets and planning the next October 7th. So, it sucks, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Israel has a right to exist, and
maybe make some sense of it all. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a difficult situation for sure. I don't know enough about that conflict just because I don't know what's really happening, because there's so many conflicting stories. You hear one thing and then oh, that's not true, and then you hear this thing and you go, oh, that's not true either, and you really just don't know. And you don't see like any really independent journalists going on the ground doing fact checking. All you get is the fake news narratives, right? I just think that I can't trust that.
Yeah, and going on the ground there though is like it's not safe to go in on the ground, so to speak, right? So yeah, who's going to do that? The only people that are going to do that are people embedded with, say, the IDF, which, again, puts a slant on it,
Mm-hmm.
So hard to, trust everything you see when, again, in their own defense, they're going to put out their side of the story, their version of it, their justifications for things. And they're going to try to make it seem, the IDF I'm talking about, as, justifiable as they possibly can. Have they pushed the line in some cases? Maybe. I don't know. Again, I don't know. There's so much fake news out there. There's so much fake news, especially around this, that it's just really hard to discern what's real and what's not,
For real. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. But, the fog of war, right? That's what they call it, the fog of war.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to this one here. Scott Jennings on CNN talking about, again, Trump keeping his military options open, fighting terrorist drug cartels in Mexico.
President has, I think for many years, expressed the idea that we should be thinking of using the military to fight this war against these, I believe they're terrorist organizations. As Jim said, I mean, so many hundreds of thousands of Americans have died. We've had an invasion of illegal immigration. And we've also had an invasion of drugs. Are we going to hurt somebody's feelings? I mean, I'm a little more worried about the hurt feelings of the American families who've lost all these hundreds of thousands of people to this fentanyl and other terrible drugs. Now, to the point about diplomatic relations, what would be best is if Mexico would work with the United States to help take these people out as quickly and as fast as possible. It's not good for them to be warehousing these people and doing nothing about it. And it's not good for us to have it coming into the country. So could there be a situation where we work together to take these people out? That would be a good thing. So
you're saying that the Mexican government hasn't been trying to fight the drug cartels for 50 years?
Trying and failing?
You're saying that
they're
like
failing.
we
They're
haven't
failing.
been working with them
They're
for 50
failing.
years?
It's a failure. Go talk to any American family who's been to a funeral over this.
Yeah, but
they failed.
Isn't Trump the master of giving you the wrong answers to the right questions? Like, we have a problem with our cooperation with Mexico, so let's just trash our cooperation with Mexico.
Should we just do what we're doing for another 50 years?
Well, do we think
that's how many hundreds of thousands?
Another Scott Jennings straw man. You're all straw man. It's just like,
Oh, God. They've been fighting it for 50 years. You think we're just going to go in and fix it? Yeah, we can go in and fix it.
Exactly.
Right?
Trump's proven that many times over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't need a new law. We just needed a new president. This could put us on real thin ice, of course, with Mexico. It shouldn't, because, it's cartels operating in their country that are destroying Americans' lives, But they probably will scream bloody murder if Trump tries to do anything militarily in Mexico, borders. At the same time, I remember having Brent Hamachek on a while back from Human Events, who he should be on Wednesday, by the way, this week. And we were talking about Mexico, and he said, man, if the Taliban was set up across the border in Tijuana and they were running the government there, they would almost be better neighbors. Mexico couldn't be worse neighbors. They were running those trains up from Central America up to the Texas border, right? The death trains, whatever they were called. And straight up, processing these people through their country. Here you go, America, have at it. Here's another 50,000 people. The drug cartels, you name it. It goes on and on and on. They are a horrible neighbor.
Yeah. Well, isn't the leader over there kind of like trying to Trump-proof Mexico? It's a woman, isn't it? Sheinbaum. I don't know what the person's name is. I thought it was a woman.
Yeah,
is it a woman?
It's a woman, yeah. Her name is Sheinbaum.
Okay, yeah.
Nice Mexican girl.
And she's like kind of wants to Trump-proof everything. But think about it, man. I mean, Scott brought up a great point. He said it could be terrorism. And think about it. Our government will label one person dying an act of terrorism, right? But as he was talking, you're talking about 100,000 deaths from fentanyl just like every year. If that's not an act of terrorism, I don't know what is. But yet our government will label something a terrorist act over, I don't know, one killing or 5 or 6 people, but 100,000's not. And we got to protect the United States of America. I mean, bringing in fentanyl, as deadly as it is just not acceptable.
Well, and let's say the location of a lab in Mexico, right? It's 50 miles over the border. You know exactly where it is. You know what the shifts are, who, works what shifts, how many people are there at any given time. And you go in at, 3 a.m. on a holiday weekend when no one's probably going to be there, or maybe a couple people. When, in other words, the least casualties, and you just blow the thing up. And you find 50 more like it, and you blow all of them up simultaneously with drones, right? How angry is the Mexican government really going to be that we blew up 50 meth labs or 50 fentanyl labs?
I guess that all depends on if the cartels are working with the government or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, would that be seen, though? Like, let's say we had a giant meth or fentanyl lab. Yeah, in the city of Detroit somewhere, right? And Canada was sick and tired of all of this drugs coming into Ontario. So they just went over, bombed it one night with a drone. And then, the next morning we find out that a giant drug lab was bombed by Canada overnight. Would we be pissed? I wouldn't be that pissed.
Well, I think in the eye of the Mexicans, they would be overjoyed because, they feel threatened by these gang members.
Yeah.
So it's very territorial as well, from my understanding. Like, these gangs sort of own territories, and sometimes, from what I've heard, they work in coordination, within local governments and authorities, so they kind of get a free pass, so to speak. So there's corruption involved in it as well. So maybe in the mainstream media over there or the government, they might frown on it, but the public, I would imagine, would be excited that their kids aren't going to be, threatened with drugs that might kill them, or or being raped, being trafficked, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, exactly. The people would rejoice, but yet the government would be ticked off. And, what tyrannical people these are, right? It's, well, again, if Canada had to go into Detroit to blow up a meth lab, it would be because our government is just so inept that they can't take care of it themselves. So Canada just says, hey, man, this thing is a national threat to our security. We're taking it out. Sorry. And we'd all say, thank you, because, yeah, our government sucks. Right?
Bingo.
Right? So that's kind of, I think, the way they would look at it.
100%. And I think that's kind of Trump's main complaint is they're not pulling their weight. They're not doing their job. For whatever reason, corruption, or maybe they just don't have the power or the resources or the money to do it, or maybe they're just doing it despite Trump, in defiance of Trump. There's probably a lot at play there.
Yeah, spite is a powerful thing, man. Trump derangement syndrome, you can never underestimate it. People will do bloody awful things in the name of Trump derangement syndrome.
Ain't that the truth?
In fact, I mean, if you want to, we can come back for the second hour and talk about just all the horrible things that were done in the name of Trump derangement syndrome over the last decade.
Yeah,
I think we could do a 5-part series over, 5 2-hour shows.
Yeah, and it just continues still today. I mean, it hasn't ended, right? I would imagine that even after Trump is gone, there'll still be Trump derangement syndrome. Like just the mention of his name.
I bet they'll impeach him in the year 2029. Why not? 2030.
They'll impeach him after he's dead, probably. Try to.
They might.
If
The
power.
Yeah, try to destroy his library, his presidential library, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Because boy, that's a library I'd go see.
Yeah.
When someone says, "Hey, there's a president,"
Arkansas, and it was not very impressive. And we went. It was a church group thing, and we took the kids and everything. And I remember one of the other youth sponsors there, an adult. She was reading one of the things and it was talking about Bill Clinton ushering in the New World Order and all this kind of stuff. And she's reading that and she goes, "Is that what I think it means, the New World Order?" And I said, "Yeah, it's exactly what it means." And she was like, "Well, I don't like it." I was like, "No kidding, man. That's what I've been talking about for, 20 years, dismantling the New World Order so we can live freely and peacefully and, not in tyranny."
And, it's just going to shrink and shrink over time. The rest of the world is not going in the direction of freedoms. They're all losing their freedoms very quickly. And it's just a sad shame,
We're making ground, but the rest of the world is going backwards, it seems like, in many places, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of disheartening because, and I do know that Trump is affecting other nations positively, right? But man, the globalists, the leftist globalist Democrats, they are relentless, man. Like I've said, they will use their foothold strategy to continue to press forward because they believe at some point in time that the pendulum will swing back in their favor. So they want to be prepared. And that's why they're moving forward with AI as well, right? Because they need that AI system to enslave us all.
Well, it's like, here's this story out of Canada that is just incredible. Jeff Evely is the first Canadian to receive a $28,000 ticket under a new law that was passed up in Nova Scotia. It's illegal to walk in the forest.
What?
He walked into the forest, walked back out, and they gave him a $28,000, $872.50 fine.
Because what would the process be for him to be able to go to the forest?
Well, it's fire season. Okay, so you can't go into the forest if it's, you could burn it down.
That's ridiculous, man.
Oh, man, you guys missed
In
out
Canada.
on Rizzo's show last night when he did a whole 30 minutes about that at least. Oh, my God, it was crazy. Yeah. They had people out there sneezing, and it would start fires in the middle of the Nova Scotia woods and that. And then they had people going around with hypodermic needles injecting trees, so that, the trees can't get COVID. So
Yeah, it's a big deal. I mean, this is crazy, dude. $28,000 because he wanted to fight it in court, and he couldn't fight it in court unless he was fined. Okay, so he purposely went to a ranger station, and walked up to him and said, "Hey, I'm going to go walk into the woods right now." Right, and so he walked over to the bushes, like kind of went into them far enough that you couldn't see anything in any direction, and then turned around and came back out, and the guy, gave him the ticket right on the spot. So now he's going to go to, the courts and fight this thing because it's so illegal. It's so crazy. You can't go in the forest. It's summertime in Canada. You're 1 August, man. This is it. Right? You get 3 months of summer at most up there. 2 months. It's Nova Scotia. It's really far north. It's on the Atlantic. It gets, it takes a pounding out there. And you can't go in the forest. You got to be kidding me. Barry, how?
You have lockdown scenario, man, right?
Doesn't it?
And think, too, I mean, there's been so many scientific studies.
But hold on, that's not all. Legislation there has allowed Bigfoot, Nogo-Pogo, and other cryptid animals to go roaming free through the woods and that without masks.
Well, good for them, man. I'm glad that Bigfoot at least has some freedom. CS?
Yeah, but no, it's just that time of year. It's a summer. It's brutally cold up there all winter, and you just get this one window to really just go enjoy life. And the one thing that's great about living up there is you've got the forest. You got a trail right out your back door that you can walk out, and in 200 yards, you might as well be 2 miles from home. You know what I mean? You're out there. You can unwind. You can take that 1 2 mile walk or jog through the woods on your favorite trail, and that's the beauty of life in that part of the country.
Absolutely.
They're talking about fishing. You can't fish.
Yeah, because when you cast that pole out, it might somehow cause a fire.
It could hit the water and spark.
I think so. I'm convinced.
Yeah, right.
It's a new phenomenon.
Mm-hmm. It's COVID all over again.
It is, man. And it does remind me a little bit about and I'm not saying this is their end game, but it would result in demoralization to a degree because it's a proven fact. Scientifically, there's been multiple studies that show that being out in nature is great for your mental disposition. I mean, it's even good for your health, right? So to take that away, I mean, it really plays on your mental disposition, make you more agitated, more angry. And of course, then you go, oh, well, I can't go on my nature walk, so maybe I need to go see my doctor and he can give me some drug. And then before you know it, you're on pharmaceutical, and then you're on a totally different path that's not leading to a good place. Yeah.
Or fishing, man. Fishing is like a national religion in Canada, That's what they do. There's millions and millions of lakes, and if you live out on, you can't fish. Are you kidding me? It's just beyond, like you say, demoralization. And by the way, when we said that the lockdowns would come back again, we always said that they would come back in the form of protecting the environment. And that's exactly what this is. It's an attempt to try to protect, Canada from wildfires.
Everything about the globalist, leftist agenda is, as I've said before, to take away from us, but it's also restrict. That's what it's all about. So that you have nothing you can barely do, right? Except for live in a overpolluted city with a 1.5 million or more people, right? They like that. But they don't want you getting out in nature. They don't want you being self-empowered. They don't want you fishing. They don't want you hunting. They don't want you building your own garden, having your own food. Or they don't even want you collecting your own rainwater. I mean, these people are insane control freaks.
Yeah. They are. And it's frightening to see it actually working. I mean, this is a big chunk of Canada here. Newfoundland, Nova Scotia. They're gonna get away with it. They're going to do it. They're going to fine people crazy amounts of money. You're in debt to the government forever because you took a walk in the forest. And how about your neighbors calling you in? Hey, I just saw my neighbor walk into the woods. She was going for a walk.
Oh, yeah, they probably give reward money to people that snitch. That's what they did during COVID.
There's $28,000 flying around here. Why not?
I'm just saying. I mean, remember they were paying people to snitch on their neighbors if they were breaking shamdemic protocol.
Yeah. Imagine that, man. Imagine that. That you would pick up the phone and say, my neighbor of the last 20 years, I just saw her put on her hiking boots and go out her back door into the woods.
It's so
you need
dystopian.
to take her down. Imagine that.
Take her down. Wow.
She went for a walk, man. Get her. She doesn't care about Canada.
Kind of like they took down the people that weren't wearing their masks, tackled them, injured them, hurt them.
But this is just going outside. This is just going for a walk, man. You're not going to catch the forest on fire by walking around. I mean, if you're wearing golf shoes,
a gateway, right? They could check you, see if you had anything that was, matches or a lighter or something that could start a fire. And then if you checked out, I mean, that would still be a little bit tyrannical, right? But it would at least be, somewhat acceptable because you could still then go into the forest, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like to take a walk in the forest with my golf shoes. And yeah, they spark a little bit when I hit rocks and stuff. But other than that, they're really good. They're great for hiking.
Well, you could just get the plastic spikes and you'd be all right.
No. I don't do plastic.
Still.
I'm a golf snob, bro. I don't do plastic spikes.
Okay, well, let me give you a golfer's clap right here.
But no, it's like you say, it's just to demoralize people. Demoralize you. Look what they're doing in England, man. People are going out into the streets now. They're starting to get really ticked off because it keeps happening. Kids keep getting molested and raped and groomed, Kids 12 years old, man, were abducted for days on end. And their parents would frantically call the cops and say, hey, this grooming gang down the road from me, they've got my kid. Can you please get my child back? And the police would do nothing. Two-tier cure. Keir Starmer. Going down, man. His polls are dropping. He is shaking in his boots. He just got called out yesterday in the House there for not doing the increase he said he was going to do months and months and months ago. We covered it in February maybe, that he was going to do these big increase. And then he pushed them down to the local levels. And the local levels, that means they're looking into their own people. So they're not going to find anything. It has to be a national inquiry into these grooming gangs that have affected hundreds of thousands of girls that are coming of age, that are, in their 20s now, many of them, that are starting to speak out and say, hey, man, what happened to me was ridiculous.
Sure.
Ridiculous. Kids shouldn't be exposed to that kind of stuff.
I can't think of anything more repugnant than, not protecting our children or our youth. I mean, and the elderly as well, And I think those are the people that the worst kind of people go after because, these people are vultures and vultures prey on weak people. And who are the weak people? Well, they're, young people and elderly people and even disabled people, We see that as well. Remember the whole thing about, the people with the Down syndrome, how they were being groomed to be drag queens. Remember that? That was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the depravity has no bottom. And that's the problem with it. And that's what people are starting to wake up to and why we saw hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people out in the streets all over the UK this weekend. And I mean all over. This is not just London. This is not just Epping anymore. This is not just a few little towns. They're popping up all over the country. And it's moms, it's sisters, it's grandmas, it's fathers that are worried about their kids.
The lower they go, the more the awakening happens. And so while I'm not excited about seeing things go to new lows, I do recognize that that's about the only thing that wakes up people that have just not woken up yet. And then when, all of these threats come to your front porch, you're like, man, I got to speak up. I got to say something, because at some point I want the opportunity to even say something.
Precisely. And that's what's happening, is just a big awakening is going on over in the UK right now, where they've always kind of knew it was going on, but it's just getting so much in your face, and people are finally ready to stand up to it, which they were never ready to do before. They were never to the point where they were ready to stand up for their own communities, for their country.
Yeah.
To this obvious threat.
As well, though, right? We see a lot of people that have been silent, speaking out. I mean, even Hulk Hogan, before he died, he was speaking out, about our country being overtaken and his support for Trump. And Mel Gibson has come out and he's spoken out against the corruption in California openly, right at a press conference. And so people are getting boldness because they recognize that the threats are real, and that the threats could literally take down America if we don't stand up and speak truth to power.
Yeah, I mean, and it's totally, I've said it many times, it's a very different thing going on in Europe than it is in the United States. I mean, we've got a lot of immigration, fine, but the vast majority of it is from other Christian nations. Whereas in Europe, they're seeing, mass immigration coming from Muslim countries, which are bringing in completely different cultures, religions, you name it. And the compatibility level, there's not even being an attempt made to integrate people into Christian society, because they never will. They have no interest in integrating into a Christian society. They want a Muslim society. And they're going to import and have kids and have kids and have kids and import and import and import until they get that Muslim society. And Europe will soon look much like the Middle East in, say, 100 and some years from now,
And let's not forget, globalist kingpin Henry Kissinger said before he died, maybe it wasn't such a good idea that we just opened up the borders and let all these different cultures come in. Maybe they were going to be able to assimilate after all. But of course, he knew the reason they did it was to create the chaos, to create the divide and conquer, and to create, all this Hegelian dialect, problems, reaction, solution, so they could then usher in their, liberal world order. But he was getting close to dying, and maybe he kind of wanted to clean his conscience a little bit. Maybe he wasn't maybe there was 1% still good, the 99% evil, but the 1% said, maybe I need to clear my conscience on this. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea that we just opened up the borders wide. And this was coming from one of the globalist
Kissinger,
New World Order himself. The guy behind, one of the guys behind all of this.
If they live long enough, they'll live to see it happening in real time. It's British people are a minority in London. And by British, I mean British, generational British people, who are ancestors from the original people who lived in London for 1,000 years. They're a minority in London, in the capital city. You've lost the capital city. The rest of the country is not far behind. But, I digress. Good luck to you guys over there. I really, I hope you make through it all. I really do. It's sad to see. I thought with Brexit, you guys would be on a, much better trajectory. But you seem to have embraced the very worst parts of the EU that you voted to get out of. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. It doesn't seem like they left. They're still buying the propaganda from the globalist. And, I wouldn't say that they have any kind of independence from that.
Yeah.
No matter what it is on paper, they're still slaves to that system.
Though they're not slaves, they're willing participants in that system. They said, hey, they went over to the EU and said, hey, man, it sucks. We're not part of you guys anymore. That sucks. But guess what? We're just going to go on steroids with every, strategy and plan that you guys have put in place for the rest of Europe. We're just going to put it all on steroids. Right? Like the people, who cares what they voted for? Yeah, they won. We're out of the EU. All we're going to do now is just make it harder for them to travel. right? Let's just, make it harder for them to travel. Plus, they get everything else that the EU would have given them on steroids going forward as punishment for voting to become their own independent country.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. If you're part of the EU, you're not an independent country. Period.
Exactly.
You got courts, all kinds of different laws and whatnot that are handed down onto you that you have no say in. That makes you you're like a state in the United States.
Yeah.
Which
in reality, pretty much the whole world is under the control of the globalist, at least, de facto.
Yeah.
Maybe not like paper.
Yeah, big chunks of it, that's for sure. I mean, there's places that seem to like sort of avoid a lot of the nonsense, but not many of them. And, I mean, gosh, look at like, Down Under in Australia. They were like one of the biggest offenders of it all. When you'd think that they could just say, hey, man, let's not do the nonsense. They did it with immigration. They turned all the boats back, right from the get-go.
Well, if you have any doubts as to that claim, all you got to do is go look back at the shamdemic and see how the entire world, with the exception of maybe one or two nations, was in lockstep with the World Health Organization, with the globalist agenda on how to handle the shamdemic. Nations had very little say to do with it. Very little say to do with it. Even in America, we followed the marching orders of the World Health Organization. And then all the social media did the same as well. YouTube even would deny the CDC's information if it went against the World Health Organization's information. They would block you. They would censor you because it had higher authority than our nation's CDC. Most of the time, the CDC and the World Health Organization would work in tandem and they were in agreement. On occasion, when they weren't, they would side with the WHO. YouTube would. I mean, all this stuff is documented, folks. I mean, they already have great power over the world already. That's why, you hear Trump talking about maybe getting us out of the United Nations, maybe, pulling out of all this stuff and getting out of all these global things, right? And just declaring our independence. That doesn't mean that we can't work with other nations. It just means that we're not submissive to them.
Oh, yeah. And we've got trade deals now that are just bangers. I mean, we are really sitting in a beautiful position going forward because of the work that Donald Trump has done on trade all over the world. Get us out of the UN. We don't need it. We're going to make a lot of money, and a lot of other countries are going to be along for the ride. Except maybe not the BRICS. We'll see about that. But, folks, we got to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
All right, we're on radio break.
All right, yeah, very good.
Yeah, it's
I
too
am
bad,
the Han, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been great to have Rizzo in tonight for that Canadian Nova Scotia thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rizzo's a man. It'd be great to have him on anytime.
Yeah.
I can't tell you, God, we did so many shows together back in the early days.
Yep. Oh, he has a whole thing about Brampton and all the, oh boy, it gets crazy sometimes when you listen to him. But it was really funny when he was showing the clips about the people going around in the forest and that with hypodermic needles, giving tree shots. Yeah, this one will be good till the booster comes out. One guy was saying, and the other one.
Yeah, gotta get that booster 3 months later.
Yeah.
When you get the spike protein
and you have to and you have to stay 2 meters away from unvaccinated trees. One of the clips was doing it. I was like, man, oh man, that's kind of crazy. But it's funny, and the parody on it, I'm sure that was censored heavy. And then they were doing this thing about, he was doing this thing too about, was it people that come from the U.S. Into Canada that can't see their feeds when they go up there because they can't get their news or any of that. It's all blocked by the Canadian government.
Yeah. Gosh.
You think the unvaxxed tree syrup is worth money, though? You know, sort of like unvaxxed blood. Maybe the other trees want some clean unvaxxed tree syrup because they've all been tainted.
That's what I want. I want the untainted stuff.
Yeah. I definitely don't want some vaxxed maple syrup. That's for sure. I don't want no maple syrup with spike protein in it. Got it. Had it. Might as well drink the log cabin stuff with high fructose corn syrup if that's the case.
Well, that is vanilla with some extra coloring and they do something to enhance it or change the flavor a little bit to make it more
artificial vanilla. Yeah. They're not using vanilla. That stuff's expensive.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's got to be imitation vanilla for sure.
Yeah.
Some sort of synthetic crap.
Yeah, that synthetic stuff is actually cheaper than to get the extracts, though. You know that? It's almost double what you would, for the same size bottle. If you're going to get a bottle of vanilla extract compared to a bottle of like imitation vanilla.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But hey, you get what you pay for,
Here's something I do. I don't eat out that much because I cook at home almost all the time. But I will eat out, 2 or 3 times a month or something like that. When I go to a Mexican restaurant and I get chips and salsa, I bring my own chips because I don't know if it's GMO or not. And I've been doing that for, I don't know, about 15 years now. No one's ever said anything. No one's even really, I think a couple people did ask me at El Chico's, like, why are you bringing your chips? And I just explained it to them. And then I bring my own syrup. When I go to like Denny's or Village Inn, if I don't have my own syrup, like maple syrup, like real maple syrup, I will just ask for honey. And I'll use honey as my syrup. There's no way I'm putting that high fructose corn syrup, log cabin, nasty blueberry syrup on my pancakes.
Blueberry
Not
syrup.
Here's your countdown. 3, 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show for Sunday night, August 10th, 2025. Barry, man, it's been a crazy world out there.
Ben? It still is. Yeah, it's nuts out there, man. It's good just to be around sane people now, and that's why a lot of people are isolating. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are just kind of staying at home now, getting out. They're not doing things. But I decided to break that mold, man. Because it's just not healthy, man. So I'm getting out there. But just find yourself some people you can relate to and hang out, man. Because it's good for the soul. It's good for the mind. It's good for your, just for everything.
Yeah. And there's a lot of insanity out there. There's a lot of people that are just crazy, So I want to talk about York College, and it's part of CUNY. They're banning the word field from their social work program because it could cause trauma for Black people by reminding them of slavery in America.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. So here's a quote from the article here. From York College itself. So it says, the Master of Social Work MSW program at CUNY York College chooses to create an anti-racism learning environment by adopting alternative terminology in place of the word field. Okay. I could go on, but I'd like to backtrack a little bit because it's the Master of Social Work program at CUNY. Barry, the word master, does that trigger you more than or less than the word field?
Actually, none of them do, but yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, right? I mean, one's a 0.2, but the other one's a 0.7. You know what I mean? It's on a scale from 1 to 20. Yeah, they're not, triggering, but it's the Master of Social Work program. I find that ridiculous that they have the word master right in there, and yet they're banning the word field. It is clown world. Clown world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, just think about if that's what they really believe, then they really need to go on a quest, man. You got to end the film. You got to stop all the DVDs and Blu-rays and all the streaming of Kevin Costner's Field of Dreams, because there are no Field of Dreams for black people, right? So you got to get rid of that. You got to get rid of baseball field. You got to get rid of football field. You got cornfields. I mean,
soybean fields. The whole Midwest.
Yeah, it's total nuts, man. Nutsville.
All farming in America should be gone because slavery happened, a few hundred years ago. It's just, it's chaos. It really is. It's utter stupidity to, call yourselves the Master of Social Work program at CUNY and then ban the word field. How many black people associate? And again, if you're that soft in the head that the word field is offensive to you because it reminds you of slavery, that you were never a slave, your parents were never, it just goes back generations and generations, hundreds of years. If that is offensive to you, you're a snowflake and you don't deserve to have a job in the real world. You don't deserve to be a social worker, for crying out loud. A social worker? Like, you're going to help people with their problems when you can't even handle the word field? Man, good luck.
I would argue that it's kind of racist to do these kinds of things because it's saying that black people are so weak that they can't handle words anymore. It's just nuts. So, that in itself could be racist, right? Because, it's kind of like what, Biden was talking about. He was saying, well, black people don't know how to get on the internet, get on the laptop, or, that kind of stuff. It's racist, dude. And I don't know why. I think most black people, I'm guessing here, reject this kind of nonsense. But there is a group that seem to be drawn to it. But I would also argue that it's mostly white people that like this stuff.
Yeah, it's the awfuls, the affluent white female liberals, right? Awful, that are putting all this stuff in place. Because, again, they have that feeling that black people are so sensitive that the word field could trigger them. Ooh, we don't want to argue trigger.
That they have been through, they're probably stronger than most people. And what you're doing is you're weakening them.
Well, it's the bigotry of low expectations,
Exactly.
It's really, it's just that. And it really kind of ticks me off because it's so asinine in its thought process, right? The Master of Social Work program. Master. They find the word master there, no problem, but field. In other words, like doing field work.
Yeah.
Which, field work is just a type of work. It's a common expression across a dozen different industries to do field work. It means just going out and rolling up your sleeves and getting in there. Oh, yikes, man. It's one of those things that just kind of ticks you off when you start thinking about how all this stuff comes together, These people are insane.
It's amazing how they can coordinate things and make it actually happen. That's what I find shocking, because wokeness is slowly dying out, right? Because they become more insane and people go, whoa, this is just not good, man. This isn't woke. This is basically being asleep. You're not woke. You're asleep.
Yeah.
You're a zombie state.
No, exactly. To think that people would get offended by this word because slavery happened. And mind you, we fought a bloody war to end it. Right? We did. We lost thousands, hundreds of thousands of people to end slavery in the United States of America. And yet, we're like the original sin. Like, they act like we're the only country that ever had slaves. Guess what? That's so far from right. It's insane. There are more slaves in captivity on the world today than there were during the 1600s or 1700s in the United States of America by a mile. Today.
They don't seem too concerned about the child sex slaves that are in the world today, which is a major problem.
In the United States.
Yeah. Yeah. What about that one? Huh? How come the left hasn't taken that cause up?
Yeah, what about the actual slaves that exist in the United States today that are sex slaves or whatever, that are, working in little factories making, crap all day at, no pay whatsoever because, again, they're slaves.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening in America today because of the open borders and the 20 million people that poured in. And the left doesn't even care about that.
Real, so they virtue signal to look righteous, right? They don't do anything that really has any real impact on the world, so they virtue signal to make themselves feel better because they're lazy, because they're apathetic, and they have no real compassion.
And I'll tell you, these paid protesters out in the UK right now are especially feeling the brunt of that. They're standing out there with their pre-made signs. They're paid. They're trying to virtue signal and be like, hey, we love immigrants and accept everybody and love everybody. And they're trying to counter protest these uprisings that are coming from the communities. But they're being bussed in and paid and given carbon copy little signs to hold with the same little sticks and the same everything, paid for by George Soros, no doubt. And they're being made to look like fools. The actual citizens in the town are saying, what are you doing here? Who are you? Why are you supporting the pedophiles that we're here to protest against? And it's blowing up in their face. Barry, we got about a minute left. What do you got to say?
I would just say, I just hope that people realize that just because we've turned the tide and we've got good things happening, don't think for a moment that the enemy is sleeping, because they're not. This is going to be a long-term battle that we have to be engaged in. So don't drop your guard down. Keep fighting for freedom. Keep fighting for free speech. Keep fighting for the populist movement. Keep fighting for prosperity, because these people, the globalists who are in control, they want to strip us of our prosperity and make us dependent upon the state. That way they can control and micromanage us. We can never go that direction. We've got to stand for freedom.
As Ronald Reagan once said, freedom isn't just handed down from generation to generation. It must be fought for and protected over and over and over again through time. And that's just what we're seeing today. The same pattern that is unfolded over centuries, where people want freedom and other people don't want them to have that freedom. They want control. It's the same battle that's been going on since the Roman days, since before that. So on that note, folks, we're going to wrap up hour one right here. But don't worry, hour two of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show is coming at you right after this message.
All right, we're on radio break.
Yay!
Yay!
Barry, you're fired up, man. You're just on it tonight.
Am I? I didn't notice.
Oh yeah, man. When you tap out of the Sunday shows here soon, it's the world is really gonna take a black eye. Basically, it's going to be a scar on the world of news in the United States and Australia, all over the world. To just to miss out on that commentary you have, it's just that good.
Oh yeah,
flattery will get you nowhere, my friend.
It reminds me when
I'll send you that $5 that I was going to give to Willie to you, though. But for sure, man.
I'm reminded of like when Bill O'Reilly left Fox, when Tucker left Fox News. It's a milestone like that just marked an end of an era.
Mm-mm. Bill O'Reilly, yeah. I love his meltdown. That's probably one of the most classic meltdowns ever.
He was good back in the day. He had his time in the sun.
Yeah. He was kind of a neocon, though, for the longest time. I think maybe he sort of broke out of that a little bit. Even Sean Hannity's not so bad anymore, but,
Yeah, he was... Bill O'Reilly, he came from, like, the Bush eras,
Yeah.
Right.
The Reagan, Bush, period, which, neocon was kind of in vogue then.
Well, when we get cut off here, I'm going to take us and we'll go over to the next one. Or actually, I'm going to cut us off here, and we'll just go ahead.
Remember, I got to go to 58-minute mark next hour, right? So if you go start the room now,
I'm
just
gonna
in other
try
words,
to get
wait
us to the
like
58-minute mark. All right.
yeah, or like 59 even, really.
No, that ain't gonna work because remember we have the.
Just start the next one.
What?
Well, if you start the next one at the 59-minute mark, right? Then I can go to 58, and we'll still have a minute.
But we still have a
after
buffer file
end the
going
show.
out and transition on radio. That buffer file still has to end and go into a short PSA before they go into the next show.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
but
that's how it works.
I know that in 1 hour and 5 seconds from now, I'm going to end the show. So, if we start the next one anytime after right now, we should be safe for me.
Yeah, I'm going to take and start it. All right, folks. Let's go over to the next one. And we should get Willie Lee. Will he? Let me see here. We'll get our group up in that. So hold on, folks. I'll be right there with you. I gotta change this over to the next group chat. There we go. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. I'm gonna take and be calling up the next group right now. Let's get Willie, John, Barry. And no motivation. Hey, there you go. Hey, Willie, how you doing?
Hi, man.
Look out. Willie's in the house with Barry.
Willie's in the house. I that bullhorn Barry, man. He trying to sound like one of them robots. Doggone. I am Willie's alter ego. Yeah, you sound like something out of a movie, man. Hey, Revenge of the Robots. Invasion of the Robots. Hey.
There you go.
Hey, man.
Hey, Willie, what'd you do to Yotivation? You scared her off or something?
Yeah, no, hey, I don't know. Y'all probably wasn't paying her enough money or something, man.
We raised $2.50 an hour to $3.25. So.
Yeah, well, hey, I was supposed to be getting $4.33, man, for every show I do. Hey, I figured it up, man. One time, hey, we've been doing this for years. They owe me thousands of dollars, man.
You better talk to that so good.
That's
$4.55. That's like way above minimum wage, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, it's all good. He pocketing all that money.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. That's his island money.
He's investicizing in it.
You can Google it.
Or is it investorizing? I don't know. How would you say it, Willie?
Yeah, he probably investorizing it.
Industricizing it?
Investorizing. You had it right.
Investorizing. Oh, okay. I want to get it right, you know.
Oh.
You sound good tonight, Willie. Did you have a great week?
Yeah, man. Life is good. We got all kind of projects going on, man.
Yeah. I seen you put up a post. Why are all these girls hitting me up online?
What
in the world's up with that? Come on now.
Yeah, no, man. It's like, what do you do when women look at you? All they want, they just look at you as being a sex object.
You're just a piece of meat for them, man.
That's what it is, man.
There you go.
I Hey, they see me in
Willie
my
the
overalls.
Gigolo.
They think,
Willie.
hey, they see
He's
me
a
in
virgin.
they see me in my overalls with no shirt, man. They think I'm a lumber snack.
Roger
call
says he
me
knows
Willie,
how
I'm gonna
that
ask you about
feels.
that.
Willie E's got great genes, man.
Oh my God! Have you seen him in his overalls?
Oh my God, Willie, that's funny. You heard that?
What?
I think you.
They like you because you got good genes.
Good jeans. Hey, holy jeans.
All they want to see, Willie, is when you turn on the side, so you can show them a little side boob there on there. You know, come on.
Uh-huh. Hey, they like that little love handle sticking out, man.
What's a pinot, man? I saw a sweet pinot come up here the other day. Really nice one. I was very impressed.
Well, did it have wheels or legs?
It didn't have no rocket on it, but it had wheels.
Okay. I thought because, hey, you're out in the middle of nowhere, you could actually see wild horses out where you're at. Possible, not probable. Okay, possible, not probable. All right.
I saw a donkey last year.
A wild donkey?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Oh, that's right, because donkeys can have other donkeys. Mules can't. Right?
It just walked up on me. Yeah. Well, it's a mule donkey. You know, it's yeah. It just walked up on my campsite and sat there and looked at me for half an hour. It was kind of funny.
I wish you would have took pictures of that. That would have been great for the thing. You did? Send them to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put them up in the I'll put them up in the slides. We got 30 seconds anyways.
Yeah, he sat there forever, so I got a couple
great.
good shots.
What did Blue think?
She doesn't care too much about anything really.
She's looked the other way.
Yeah, she's not too bothered about that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, here's your countdown.
I wish she was
10% 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Round Table Radio Show for Sunday night edition. And let's dive right into it. If you're a longtime fan of the show, you know that I always bring in Bullhorn Barry during this segment. So, Barry, how you doing?
Doing good, man.
Yeah.
Excited to hear Willie's deals, man. See what kind of... I mean, he's always up to something.
Well, you've got a compost that you put together in your backyard, right? You're now composting. And so you have a bit of a worm farm yourself. You're kind of, into the same thing. So let's just talk about your worm farm.
Okay. Yeah.
You're composting now, right?
Oh, yeah, of course, man. I'm taking all the, leftover food and just, coffee grinds, just getting that compost going, man.
Mm-hmm. And it's also sort of a fly farm, isn't it? I mean, flies are good protein.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man,
Yeah,
because, we can't rely on real food.
Yeah, no. Well, it's thinking green. It's thinking towards the future and having, a sustainable future where, it may have seemed weird to do so in the past, but if you can compost all of your, food waste, have the flies swarm in, and then contain them all, they die, they dry up. Now you got flour. Now you got all kinds of good, healthy soil to grow more kale in next year.
Oh, yeah. And fly burgers are delicious with cheese, man.
So, that's all excellent news, and we look forward to hearing the progress of how your composting hill is doing in your backyard over the next, say, year or 2 years.
Hey, y'all boring, man. Hey, look y'all about to bore. Y'all boring. No, I just watched 3 of them, man. They just left. Hey, probably y'all out there, Radio Land, don't know. Hey, look at him. Hey, he making fun of me. Hey, My name is Willie Lee. Hey, man, I run Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, look at him. I sell worm hot dogs and pea jugs, too. Hey, he was just funning with me. That's what he was doing, man. Hey, can he know? Hey, can he know that when he brings in Willie? Hey, I got things going on, though, man. Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Come on.
Yeah, I was funning with you, Willie, because I know you take your time very sacred on this show.
Yeah.
Right? And so, we wanted to kind of burn through a couple minutes just for fun.
Yeah. Hey, I want to know how y'all doing. Come on.
Well, that's a long story, man. How am I doing, gosh? All right, I got to start, I guess, with last Monday, right?
I don't
After
care.
the show.
I really don't.
Well, I had a really good day.
Hey, Bullhorn Barry.
It kind of dragged along in the afternoon a little bit because it was a hot afternoon. And, I was trying to keep cool. So I took a towel and got it wet and put it over my head. And I kept getting it wet and put it over my head. It worked really good to keep, cool on a hot day.
Hey, Bullhorn Barry, where that Bullhorn Barry? Hey, y'all got Bullhorn Barry? Hey, y'all look at him out there in Radio Land, man. Hey, Bullhorn Barry, he is the life of the show, man. Bullhorn Barry, he's the smart one, I'm telling you, man. He's smart. Hey, look at him. Hey, I'm starting me a new club, man. Hey, and what I want to do, I want to make up membership cards, and I want to make up T-shirts and coffee cups and ink pens and stuff, man. Hey, Bullhorn Barry, he's been investing in some of my my side stuff that I do, man. Hey, here's a note. Hey, Bullhorn Barry, look at him. We gonna make what they call a shower peer club, man. Hey, and everybody gonna be proud, and they're gonna tell everybody that it's okay to pee in the shower. Hey, that's a thing, man. Hey, I'll read up on.
God.
Hey, how many? What is the percentage of people out there that actually pee in the
It's called
shower?
athlete's foot, Willie. It's called athlete's foot. It's when you stand in your own pee and you get a disease on your foot and makes all the skin look all weird and stuff. You don't pee in the shower. Don't pee in the shower.
Hey, it's sterile, man. Look at it. Just goes right down the drain.
No, it's pee.
We're going to call it the SPC. SPC is the Shower Peer Club. Hey, and Bullhorn Barry, hey, for one small donation of just $10.33, man, hey, you can send it to my website. Hey, all y'all out there in Radio Land, hey, I get a lot of mail too, man, to my website. Hey, people send me all kind of stuff and pictures and.
All right, Willie, where can people find your website?
Hey, y'all pay attention, man. It's WillieLeeV@gmail.com, man. Hey, that's where I sell pictures of my feet, and I sell pictures.
That's an email. Willie, you just gave an email address. Where's your website?
Hey, that's my website, man. Hey, it's where people contact me for questions and stuff like that. Hey,
it's an email. That's your email address.
If
it's
you
not a
want
website, it's an email. A website is when you go onto the internet and you look at a website.
Hey, that's what it is, man. Hey, anybody out there in Radio Land that wants to be a member of the SPC, hey, y'all can send $10.33, and we'll send you a laminated card, man. Hey, but then there's gonna be $25. I think it's $25. Hold on a minute.
All right, Willie. You are one short step away. See, this is how society collapses. Because you're going to start peeing in the shower. Great. Okay, next up, how about number 2 in the shower? You're going to be fine with that in a year or two from now. That's how society goes downhill. You can't poop in the shower, Willie.
No, hey, I was working on that too, man. All you got to do is make the pipes bigger, man, and take out that strainer thing, man. Hey, it works. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Hey, it's one of my projects that I've been working on. Hey, man, you do it all, man. All in one.
So, you drop a ring in the shower and it's just going to go down the bottom. It's just gone forever. Willie, there's a reason why there's strains on drains. We want to be able to, like, if I drop a necklace or something, I want to be able to catch it down there and pull it back out. So, I'm not going to not have that protection, have a filter there, so I can poo in my shower.
No, man.
You're disgusting, Willie. You're disgusting.
No, hey, you got to have ideas, man. Look at here. Hey, anybody that wants to contact me, and if they want, hey, I got products that I sell, man. Hey, I can't mention them all, man. Hey, but I got products that I sell, man. Hey, and they cheap too. Hey, and I want to let you. Hey, hold on, just hey, look at here. Shower, fish, travel. How do you spell dinosaur, man? Hey, no, hey, I've been investing.
We're gonna go to break here in just a minute.
No,
what?
No, here. Hey, no, hey, I got these seed words.
All right. Hey, Willie said we're not going to break, so let's not go to break.
No, man. Hey, I got these seed words that I got right here for my cryptocurrencies, man. Hey, my seed words, I got them wrote down right here. And hey,
please, by all means, tell them to us. Yeah, I'm sick of it now, folks. This is going to be a race. There's probably $100,000 in this account, so he's going to read off his seed words. Whoever gets there first gets the money. Willie, go ahead, read out your. I'm not even going to try. I know one of y'all are going to be way faster than me.
No, hey,
so go ahead.
Go
into.
These are my seed words, man. It's called. It's tried, don't, prompt, install. How you spell dinosaur, man? Dinosaur.
Dinosaur? They'll figure
dinosaur.
It out.
Yeah, that's three of them, man.
Keep reading.
Hey, you sidetracking me, though, man. I'm writing down these C words, man. Hey, I want to know
read
something.
Your crypto thing. I'm sick of this, Willie. I'm sick of you.
No.
I'm not even going to tell you not to read them out anymore. I'm just going to say, go ahead, read them out. And it's a race. And folks, if one of y'all gets it, I've got my crypto on my Minds page. Just send me a little token, a tip for you getting the money out of Willie.
Hey,
we're gonna rob you blind, Willie. Rob you blind.
I've been getting into this crypto, man. Hey, I can't give nobody no financial advice or nothing, man. No financial advice, and I don't recommend to anybody out there buy any cryptocurrencies, man. Hey, but I come across some. Hey, I come across some. One called a X and an R and a P, man. Hey, and they want these seed words and stuff. And but you're sidetracking me, man. Hey, Bullhorn Barry, where Bullhorn Barry? Hey, Bullhorn Barry, you there, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what'd you do with Yotivation Nation? Where Yotivation Nation at? Yeah. Hey, y'all ought to run her off, man. Hey, Bullhorn Barry. Here, hey, listen. Hey, here's another idea I come up with, man. Hey, this here is a genius idea, man. Here's what you do. You get these barrels, right? And you put them on each side of this stick. And then you put some pipes in the middle of it, man. Then you put fish. You tie the fish up inside of the pipe, and the fish swim, and they make it like a boat motor, but it's fish inside of the pipes up underneath your pontoons, man. You put a little chair on top of there, man. You got a fish motor boat, man. Get some big old fish, and that's all they got to do. They swim, and they move that boat, man. Look, yeah. Hey, not Bullhorn Barry. Boy, hey, seriously, man. Hey, I'm going to do that for real, though, man. But here's a question I got, man. Hey, this here's a bona fide question, okay? Hey, y'all pay close attention now.
Watch your wallet there, Barry. Watch your wallet.
Hey, they got such a thing called a primary, then it's called secondary, then it ain't called third dairy, and it ain't called fourth dairy, man. That's what I want to know. How come it ain't one dairy, secondary, third dairy, and fourth dairy?
It's a trimary.
And what comes after a trimary? A primary, a secondary, a trimary. Is that what you're talking about, man? A trimary? Yeah, like hey, that what I want to know. And what if it's fourth dairy, man? What happens then?
Well, you just call it the fourth one. It wouldn't, you don't go to the...
No, Willie. That's because you've said a dairy already.
Hey, who's that? Hey, Mark, is that you?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's me.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, the producer.
What?
Hey, look at him. Hey,
What?
These fellas.
Tell me.
Look at him. You need to be monitoring these folks, man. Look at him.
Which one?
They've been talking about the news.
Nudes? You don't know how to talk about people without clothes on the air. We told you about
man,
that.
I'm talking, man. You can't overtalk me, man. I got things going
I'm
on.
a producer. I'm allowed to talk over you.
Hey,
Don't you do that to me.
You got to pay attention,
Willie.
son. You got to pay attention.
I'm gonna
son.
kick.
Hey, look,
I'm gonna kick you and your uncle Gus.
No daggum attention. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I can't say daggum on the radio.
Yeah, that's right.
I get in trouble whenever I say daggum on the radio. But the thing about it is, though, man, is they got news that they talks about.
What?
And this
Nudes?
news, man. They talk about news, and there's news on the radio. Here's one that I was looking up that people would actually find interesting, man. This here is interesting.
You can't do nudes on the radio, Willie.
What you talking about, Willie?
Flies into a tourist's mouth in Arizona, man. A bat flies into a tourist's mouth. Yeah. Hey, looking up, looking at the bats.
That sucks.
Did you know?
Because you heard about what happened to her, right?
They they ended up going to the hospital, man, and they charged them $20,000. Hey, he can't make it up, man. They charged him $20,000 because he had a little cut in his mouth or something or another, and they had to give him rabies treatment and all this other kind of stuff, man. I tell you, it ain't funny. It ain't funny, but
walk in there under those terms and get a $20,000 bill.
Yeah, man.
Where it's not like you were, walking into the Four Seasons Hotel and said, "Give me your penthouse." You're just going into a hospital because you got bit by a damn bat in your mouth.
Can you imagine, though, man? A bat. And they said they didn't know if it was a wing or the head or what flew in their mouth, man. But can you imagine a bat flying in somebody? Can you imagine a bat in your mouth, man?
If only Ozzy was still alive to hear about that, right, Willie?
Yeah,
come on now.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
I'll
tell you what happens,
Willie. I'll tell you, with a loud mouth like yours, Willie, you're gonna get a bat in your mouth before anybody else here.
No, man.
You got a loud mouth.
No, Aunt Mama Lou's gonna come with the frying pan. That's for sure.
Yeah. Hey, spiders is a big problem, man. I get spiders. They crawl in my mouth all the time at nighttime, man, and I get these little roach bugs, man. Hey, y'all know I milk. Hey, y'all look it up, man. Googleize it. Cockroach milk. Hey, I raise cockroaches for cockroach milk, and sometimes them cockroaches, man, hey, they get loose and they get in your ear and they get in your nose and they get in your mouth and all kind of other stuff, man. Hey, and Aunt Mama Lou's on vacation too, man. Aunt Mama Lou really ain't on vacation. Aunt Mama Lou doing time. Aunt Mama Lou, she
is not doing time.
Hey, she is, man. Hey, one of her sisters got caught doing dog scams, man. Hey, they sell these dogs on the internet, and people pay them for the dogs, but then they don't never give the people their dogs. Hey, and Aunt Mama Lou didn't do it. It was one of her 23 sisters that done it. Hey, but they got Aunt Mama Lou. She calling her an accomplice. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou does all kind of scamming and all kind of stuff, man, to try to make a little bit of extra money. But hey, that's what she doing time, right? Hey, she's been accused.
CS, hold on here, Willie.
What?
CS, didn't we talk to him about not being allowed to talk about Aunt Mama Lou like that on the air?
When she's not here, it's kind of a scummy thing to do, for sure. It's low life. Right? There's being
we already know that
low life disrespectful.
Yeah, we kind of know that Willie's kind of a low life, but anyways, hey. But still, I thought you wanted to kind of keep it clean. Well, okay. I'm out of here.
Again, he's just slandering, Aunt Mama Lou. And, Saul is recording all of this. It's all going on the record. It's all going to be, Exhibit A in court. Willie,
here comes another retraining order for Willie.
Let me
I
tell
can see it now.
Something you don't know about you, Willie. Let me tell you something about you. You don't know about you. Even you don't even know about you.
Hey, pal, let me tell
You
How about you?
are no
That's my
good,
line.
crap talking, no good person. You will go out there and slander people behind their back. You go out there and you say lies about people left and
No.
right. I've seen you do it over and
No, man.
over and over. It was
Hey.
Saul, with me, with
Hey,
Aunt
no.
Mama Lou.
Hey, I
It
said,
never
I
ended.
said,
He even
Billy.
tries
We're
to
getting
dig
sick of
up
it.
dirt on me. Come on now, by bringing in his cousins and uncles and sisters and all the other family members that really aren't real.
Hey, I said it was alleged, and it was an accusation. I didn't say it was true, man. Oh, look at him.
No, you
Hey.
said it was true. Now
Yeah,
you're trying
no.
to walk it back.
Hey,
No.
Hey,
You misled my audience, Willie. You misled. You lied to them.
No, hey, I was just wanting to point out the goings on and the happenings, man. Hey, and they more goings on and happening stuff. Hey, I come up with another idea, man. An edible net. Hey, this is a net that you can put around your sub sandwich, and you can eat your sub sandwich. Hey, this is an edible net. You put it around your sandwich, man, and you can eat it. Hey, and the net, it's got like a little mesh in it or something.
But why?
Man. Hey, but it's an edible. Hey, that way. Hey,
why?
That way.
I've had 1,000 sub sandwiches through my life, and I've never needed a mesh wrapped around it to be able to eat it.
Yeah, hey, that keeps all the. Hey, that keeps all the stuff from going out of your sandwich onto the table or onto the ground, man. That's what it does. Hey, yeah, no, hey. Yeah, hey, you can get to eat everything, man. Hey, you talking about good ideas, man? That's a good idea. Hey,
what do you make the mesh out of, Willie? What are you making the mesh out of? Is it like cricket flour?
Cricket flour, yes, sir.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly. That's disgusting.
Cricket flour, and worm hide. Worm hides. Worm hides and cricket flour, man. Hey, I am doing
this. Does anyone out there want their sub sandwich wrapped in cricket hides, or I'm sorry, worm hides and cricket flour? No, nobody wants that. Well, nobody asked for that. No, Barry, would you eat that?
It sounds like it would be crunchy and yet chewy at the same time. I think I like it. Yeah.
Hey, it's spicy too, man. Hey, you put them little peppercorn flakes and stuff on it, man. Hey, that's some good eating. Hey, but look at him. Hey, we can't be talking about long and drawn out. I got other things going on, man. Look at him. Hey,
well, Billy, you got a minute left before the break, so go ahead, take the full minute and say what you got to say.
I got other ideas, man. Now. Hey, and I want to talk about flat Earth too, man. Hey, because I got I got it proved.
Irrefutable.
100%. Yeah, that word. Hey, 100% that the Earth is flat, man. Flat Earth. I'm telling you. Hey, but not. Hey, look, a kangaroo collecting golf balls. Hey, I have trained kangaroos. No, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I have trained kangaroos to go out on the golf course, man, and collect golf balls, man. They do. Hey, they go out there on the golf course and they pick up the balls.
The golf range is where these things would shine, you know.
Yeah, man. Hey, and look at him. Hey, people try to hit they try to hit the kangaroos with the golf balls. They make a game out of it, man. These kangaroos. Hey, they hop around out there.
Well, you got to put little armor over them, you know.
Yeah, hey,
anyway, folks, we're all out of time. On that note, we're going to take a break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after these messages.
Flat Earth, man. Hey, look at him. I ain't done.
Yeah, you are. We're on radio break. Oh, my God, that was hilarious. You saw me laughing so hard.
Yeah.
The kangaroo at the golf range.
Kangaroo golfing. Oh my God! Yeah, he collects the balls on the golf course.
Yeah, plastic armor around its body so it can't get hit.
What? No.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
No. Hey, the next thing the kangaroo was going to do, another application for the kangaroo, was to go around at WNB games and collect all the women's toys off the floor that keep throwing to them.
Wow.
You want to bring him back for that?
I almost brought that up when you were talking about the Bitcoin stuff, you know, the cryptos. Because they were throwing those dildos out there because of some shitcoin they were trying to promote.
No, they was talking about paying them what they're worth, man. That's the way I figured it anyway.
No, I saw an article directly linking it to some shitcoin called like Green Dildos or something. Yeah.
But down in Florida, man, you can't make this up. Boomer Democrats in Gainesville, Florida, they're locking themselves in cages to protest alligator Alcatraz. Did you see that?
Nice.
Yeah, do you
Yeah,
know?
that's good.
I've seen
Do you know who lives
That
near
saves
there?
us a lot of time.
Do you know who lives near there?
That's bizarre.
Nancy. Nancy lives not far from there, I think. Yeah.
Nancy?
Nancy or David.
No, she lives in... No. Oh, Nancy. I thought you were talking about Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
she
Nancy
lives on a
Planetta.
vineyard in California.
Yeah, she lives in San Francisco, Nancy Pelosi. No, hey, but Willie sells these cages for them to lock themselves in.
Man, you guys are hilarious.
Yeah, and
Willie.
for the people too.
You know,
like tiny little cage.
I'm really loud tonight. My son's trying to sleep because he's got to work tomorrow. I'm like, oh man.
Hey, come November, there's going to be a fake invasion. A fake invasion. Don't fall for it.
You know what, man? ChatGPT told me that's the #2 black swan event that the deep state is planning. The globalist deep state is planning.
I ain't making it up, man.
An alien deception.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Atlas
It's
is coming
coming.
in.
Hey,
It should
but
be
look at
here
here.
by November. That's around the same
I've been
time, right?
researching. Hey, I've been researching though. You know that there ain't no laws regarding aliens. Like you can shoot one, and it's perfectly legal. You can keep one as a pet.
Oh, you know what is
You're
illegal?
talking about
You know what is
Yeah, no,
illegal
hey,
to do with the aliens? Have communications with them. That is a
No,
federal
there
act.
doesn't-
There is a federal
It
act.
ain't neither.
Yeah, there is a
ain't
federal
neither.
act that prohibits you from communicating with alien species.
Yeah, I mean, it's we all saw E.T., right? We all saw E.T.
You can keep them as pets. You can
No, you
shoot them.
can't.
You can slap them. You can beat them up. You can make love to them or whatever you want to do with them, man.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you
Well, I
can.
mean, you
There
can.
ain't no law.
I'm sure you can, but then the federal government's eventually, very quickly, going to show up and take it away from you. We all saw E.T.
Yeah.
Hey, you can have them rob banks for you and all kind of stuff, man.
Oh my God.
Make them go to work for you. Yeah.
Anyways,
All right, we're going to get a countdown here soon, Willie.
no, we're coming up on the 30-second mark.
God
Right
bless
now.
you, man. God bless you.
Yeah.
All right, love you guys, man. We'll talk at you a little bit later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take
God
care.
bless your soul, man.
Yeah.
Bless your soul. You're trying real hard, and we're all real impressed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was giving 100% tonight, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no.
Here's your countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show for Sunday night, August, where are we at? 10th here. August 10th, 2025. Summer's flying by. We're having fun. Did you see the Sea of Galilee turn red this month due to a algae infection there? Right?
Oh really? I did not hear about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, the Sea of Galilee. If I'm not mistaken, that's where Jesus walked on water, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he had his school there, a church there, and that's where he fed the masses with the fish.
I mean, I would have to go back. I'm not that detailed, but he did walk on water. That's for certain.
Yeah, the pilgrimage to man. I watched a really fascinating documentary a couple weeks ago about Mark Twain's journey to Israel. Okay, so he was a journalist for some magazine, or I'm sorry, newspaper on the and they paid him to go on a trip over to all through Europe and then to Israel and then back. Right. And it was a fascinating story. He just was like, wow, the poverty, like these are the most beautiful ruins in the world going through Italy, and just saying, but the people live in abject poverty. It's just sad. Everything was like fairy tale, but then when you looked under the surface, right? He went to Jerusalem, and he noted that it was really small. It was the walled city, right? And he said it would take you about an hour to walk all the way around the wall, at a good pace.
Mm-hmm.
And just a lot of shocking things. He was with this pilgrimage over there, and there was like half the people were super religious, and they're just praying every day, and would run with joy to the Sea of Galilee and drop and pray and walk out into the water and take the baptisms. They just really were so into it. And then there were another smaller group that he sort of hung out with that would play poker at night, and we're there to see the majesty of the ancient world in the holy city, but we're not fanatical about it per se.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wrote actually one of his best books that I really want to read is a nonfiction one. It's all of his articles, put together that he wrote for that, magazine, or I'm sorry, that newspaper in San Francisco that, are all strung together. Then he wrote a separate book where he just took them out of newspaper form and strung it all together in his own words, so to speak. But it's one of Mark Twain's, books that people don't get introduced to. And it's the nonfiction one. And I'm really interested in reading it because I just found this thing. Yeah, I didn't even know it existed until a few days ago. But really interesting. And the Sea of Galilee was one of the, important sites that they went to where, everyone was just, holy cow, this is where Jesus lived, like very important. So the water's turning blood red.
Yeah, I don't know that there's any symbolism in that. Sometimes biblically speaking, when the water turns red or something like that, there's some symbolism, or it's some kind of
foreshadowing,
punishment or something. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, it just could just be like you're saying, algae, whatever. But
it is algae.
No doubt. Yeah.
There's no doubt it's algae. Let's not be shy about that. But it's just being taken as there's circles that take these things very seriously.
Well, there's no question that a lot of people are seeing symbols and signs. I even see in so many, even if they're not like symbols or signs from God, they certainly sort of become symbols because they are sort of a reflection of the current culture or the current trajectory that our culture is on, and they serve as kind of warnings. But whether or not they're from God or not, I mean, I guess that's debatable. But even so, even if they're not, they can still serve a purpose. Like I always talked about the blackouts that were happening in New York City during all their, beginning of their insanity. It was almost like it was symbolic of them going into darkness. And so even if that wasn't some kind of a sign from God, it certainly served as a sign to people. They saw it as a sign. And I think when times are tough, people do that. They tend to see signs. They tend to see symbols.
Exactly. And right now, man, in Israel, you start turning the Sea of Galilee red, and man, people are going to wake up and be like, whoa, and read it in a million different ways. Right. It's the Nile running red. It was an algae for sure. Right. We know that today. But hey, man, if your lake out in the backyard turns red, like.
I mean, you could argue that, the assassination attempt on Trump was a sign.
Sure.
It could be a sign that God was telling people, hey, no matter what these, deep state figures throw at us, they're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see it that way. And personally, I kind of do see it as a sign, but that's just me personally. I'm not certainly trying to convince anybody of that, but I even predicted it, as you well know, and we talked about that on the air, that they would try to take him out, but that they would fail. And then I made a second prediction that there would be another attempt on his life, but they would stop it before it ever happened. And that happened exactly. And that's just me being a self-proclaimed trends forecaster. I'm not, prophetic or anything like that. It's just me putting my finger on the pulse and sort of interpreting what's, the data.
Yeah, and let's talk about why they're so afraid of Trump. Because he's doing 3 things right now that are really, really, really significant. Okay? One is he's ordering a new census. One that does not count illegals. If you're not here in the country legally, you do not get counted in the new census. Right? Secondly, he's promoting different states to redistrict. In other words, what's happening in Texas? What's going to start happening in a bunch of different Republican states is they're going to redistrict. Because the left has done that to the nth degree, so why can't the right do it? If you're going to play by this rule, then we're going to play by this rule. It's fair play.
Well, it's strategize or be defeated. Because there's no question, we've talked about it 1,000 times, man, that the left is way more organized, way more strategic, you know what I'm saying? And they do play unfair as a general rule, where we don't. There's nothing unfair about redistricting. Everybody does it, so.
And he's also, for the third leg here, he's forcing states to start cleansing their voting rolls, which is a huge problem. Okay, so we're going to force states to clean their voting rolls. We're going to do the census so that we get an accurate count of how many Americans are, actually living in each state, and therefore congressional seats are distributed accordingly. And then in the red states, we're going to push having the same type of gerrymandering that the left has done in California, in New York, Boston, Massachusetts, Illinois, and on and on and on and on and on, And that's fair play. And it's beautiful. And they're saying just the census alone will throw 30 seats to the Republican Party in the House. 30 seats. The Democrat seats will just evaporate. They will cease to exist.
Well, the left will counter with
redistrict
their own, so it may not be that dramatic.
In Texas alone, they're talking about 20 seats being flipped to Republican. And you can start seeing how this going on across the country would just bring a fair representation to the country based on how the Democrats do it and based on how we do it. And suddenly, right there, I just pushed 50 seats to the right side of the aisle. It's incredible what could happen with what Trump is doing. And it's going to, if it works and it happens, it's going to cement Republican control for a very, very long time. Now, are they going to be good stewards of that power, or are they going to abuse it? It depends on whether or not we go back to what we talked about earlier, Barry, the technocrat, like the neocons, exactly. Neocons versus MAGA. It's going to be a fight.
Rhino, whatever you call it, yeah.
Yeah, Rhino versus MAGA. What say you, buddy? What say you?
I mean, that's the big thing right there. I mean, will we continue to, be diligent and vigilant and make sure that the people that we're voting for actually represent MAGA, or are they an establishment stooge? Because there are Republican establishment stooges just like there are Democrat stooges. And we don't want to put those people in. And they're pretty easy to identify. And again, as long as we have freedom on the internet, that will kind of ensure us having that capability to do so. But as you well know, man, the technocrats, the globalists, the leftists, they want to basically censor so that they weaken us, right? And that they can also control the narratives as well.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You're spot on. And so it's a battle, man. It's a battle that needs to be fought, and we are finally fighting it. Thanks to Donald Trump, really. I mean, where would we be if Kamala Harris had won? Right? I mean, you got to ask every now and then, because really, folks at home, picture that in your mind. What would America look like with a Kamala Harris president right now?
We would be in the land of the lost with the sleaze stacks. You know what I'm saying? The sleaze stacks would be running around wild, and they would be scaring people, and we'd be living in the land of the lost.
It'd be horrible. It'd just be a horrible situation, my Lord. You know, all the Trump tax cuts would have expired, so all of our taxes would have gone up big time. I mean, big time. It would have been the largest tax increase in like modern history. You know, the things like the Inflation Reduction Act, which, what did that do? It caused runaway inflation. It spent $7 trillion. And where did that $7 trillion go to? Huh? Who got really, really rich during all that? Like Bezos, they shut down every mom and pop store in the country. And then Amazon just got fat rich. You know, it's unbelievable that they can say that they're for the American people when they do policies like that. It's just unfathomable, and it's disgusting, and it really just it takes you off, you know.
I've just got one question though, really. Does the Democrats, or do the Democrats actually have a populist movement, a real populist movement? I mean, because what they claim to be the populist movement is really just their globalist, communist, socialist thing, right? That's not a populist movement, right? That's insanity. That's the globalist agenda being infiltrated and instigated right in America. Do they even have populist candidates? Name one. I can't think of, because if you're a populist Democrat, you see you don't even stand a chance to win, so you just go over to the Republican side like Tulsi Gabbard or RFK Jr. Real populists don't even stand a chance in the Democrat Party. Now, they will probably bring in some presidential candidate who pose as a populist, and they'll say, you know, like I did with Obama, who was really just a globalist stooge at the end of the day, but they posed him as if he was like constitutionalist, because he was a constitutional lawyer. Remember that? And he's going to be the guy that unites us. He's going to be the guy that, you know, abides by the Constitution. He's going to be the guy that gives us our freedoms. And it was the complete opposite.
And you know what's really funny, man? This is just a hysterical article here. A poll came out recently that had Pete Buttigieg as the top-ranking, you know, Democratic candidate, right? Pete Buttigieg.
Weak.
And Bill Maher had on Dr. Phil and Stephen A. Smith, and I wish I could play the clip because there's too much profanity. But it turns out in that poll, there was a sub-poll. Among black people, his support was 0. So Pete Buttigieg, the leading Democrat, has 0 support among black Americans. I mean, it was 16%, so it's not like a huge number, but like no one really has that much popularity. It's spread out everywhere in the Democratic Party. There's no front runner right now. But 0% among black people. That's amazing to me.
It doesn't shock me. You know, I watched that clip that you were talking about, and I even posted it on social media and put some commentary to it. And I said, he can rant all he wants about how the Democrat Party is propping up these socialist, communist, Marxist, globalists. And it's not going to change a thing because they don't have any populist people running. And if they are running, they're going to be shut down immediately, just like they did with Tulsi Gabbard. When Tulsi Gabbard was running for the president, I told Democrats, I said they will never allow her to win, even though after the first debate, she was the #1 searched name because she just nailed it that first debate. And then they started attacking her. I said they will never let her win because she's anti-corrupt establishment. And then I had some Democrats tell me, well, that's awful negative of you to say that. I said, no, it's not negative at all. I'm actually very optimistic. I'm pointing it out so that we can change this. So we can, if I didn't think we could change it, I wouldn't point it out. I'm trying to awaken you to how your party's been taken over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy world out there, man. We just try to bring it all out to you guys so you can see what's going on from our perspective, And we talk about echo chambers, and I was thinking about this today, man. Like, am I in an echo chamber? Well, at the end of the day, what we're saying is right. And I don't mean like right from the heart, it feels right. I mean, what we talk about going back to 2000 on the show has all turned out to be right. We warned about COVID. We talked about COVID and how insane it was, how the mask didn't work. And, you got to wear 5 now. And we talked about how the vaccines, these mRNA things are ridiculous. And right now we're seeing our government shut that all down because they're saying they don't work. RFK Jr. just came out the other day and said the vaccine was horrible. It didn't work. It just helped the virus change slightly, and then poof, off it went. Which is why you got the vaccine, and then you got the virus a month later. You get a slight variation, and that slight variation, the vaccine did nothing for. But you got that vaccine for that one very, 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 very specific little virus that'll never probably come up and affect you again. And the spike protein, all that stuff. We've been right about all this stuff. The lawfare against Donald Trump. Russia. We called it out from the get-go. I laughed out loud. I spit milk out my nose when I read about the PP files. And for Donald Trump hiring prostitutes to pee on a bed because Obama may or may not have slept on that mattress 5 years ago in the same hotel. You got to be kidding me. It was such a ridiculous joke.
Yeah. And we I know I talked to Democrats like face to face, and I said, you really don't believe this, do you? I mean, it's absurd. And I guess because they wanted to believe it, they said they believed it. And they even told me that Biden was sharp as a tack, I mean, over and over and over again. And we were talking about this when he was running, right? Before he'd even gotten the nomination, that he had cognitive problems. And I was telling Democrats, and they over and over and over defended him like he was totally fine, as if they were. You almost have to be living in a different reality, and I think a lot of Democrats do. I mean, they're trapped in some kind of a delusional, false reality, and where they just can't accept the truth, man. They live with a different set of facts.
He would sniff kids over and over and over and over again as he was running for just remember when the Easter Bunny came over and told him to go back? He was over there with little kid. He saw some little kid and said, "Oh, little kid, I want to smell your hair."
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Easter Bunny had to go and say, "Mr. President, go over there." The Easter Bunny.
Mm-hmm. And the left gave him a free pass, sniffing people's hair and touching women inappropriately still, even he was the president. He even gave a little speech, some sort of a press announcement. I remember he was in an office and he was talking about how he would change. Remember he said that. He said, "I'm not going to do that anymore because the times have changed." But he didn't change because he can't, because it's impulsive with him, right? And then he went out multiple times saying how he likes children more than he likes adults, which is not a really good thing when you're being accused of possibly being a pedophile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just wasn't too smart.
Yeah. And yet he won. And look what they did to try to rig. I mean, we talk about 2020 as it was just in the can. Definitely guaranteed that was rigged. 2024, they sent every legal team after them they could to get Donald Trump. I mean, the day he announced he was running, the very next day, there was meetings called at the White House where all kinds of people that were involved in this stuff were briefed, allegedly, right, to go out and get Donald Trump. It works out beautifully. We had, cases in Florida. We had cases with Jack Smith, up in, Carolina somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, or Virginia. We had Letitia James up in New York. There were 5 or 6 different coordinated agencies as part of the DOJ that went after Trump for lawfare. You can't beat him in the elections. You beat him in the courts. You bankrupt him, right? They put some bogus deal together where they got Donald Trump to pay a $500 million fine, right? The court on appeal brought it down to like $100 million, right? But that money's still gone. It still isn't in Trump's possession. He put up $120 million after they said you were fraudulent in the valuations that you put on your properties when you applied for these loans in the city of New York. You went to Bank of America and fraudulently told them that a property you owned was worth more than it was. They said you tried to get a loan against Mar-a-Lago, which is only worth $18 million. And you said it was worth several $100 million. Sir, you are in contempt. This was a civil lawsuit against Donald Trump. When civil lawsuits are supposed to be brought by other individuals, right? Criminal lawsuits are brought by the state. So why did they bring a civil lawsuit against Trump? It's unheard of. It's never done. And yet it was done. They turned the law upside down to get Trump.
Oh, yeah. It was definitely lawfare because they even changed the law on the statute of limitations to bogusly charge him. So, I mean,
yeah,
that's obviously, going after somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not really up for debate. Even the Democrats have admitted that. There's been many Democrats that have admitted, yeah, we went after him. Because they don't see a problem with it. They don't see a problem with lawfare.
So 2024 was rigged with this lawfare is what I'm getting to, right? And to boot, they tried to kill Donald Trump. The lawsuits weren't enough. The convicted felon 34 times wasn't enough. They saw him going out to Butler on July 13th of 2024, Butler, Pennsylvania, and they took the shot. They tried to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't convince me that this was just some lone gunman. This was coordinated. That roof was left empty. It was left open.
Yeah, I'd like to get to the bottom of that as well. I think we need to, see where all of that stands at this point, because obviously they've gotten more information since Trump's been the president. Because there's ongoing investigations into that, from what I understand.
There has to be. I mean, it was so malicious. It was so in your face. And then another one a month later,
Sketchy things that happened as well that make you realize that this was coordinated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the mainstream media kind of got wind to go to this particular rally, but they never went to any other rallies. But they sure showed up for that one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, why was CNN there broadcasting it? They never did that. Never. Mm-hmm. But they just happened to be at Roger Stone House at 6 in the morning on that one day.
Roger Stone thing, exactly. I mean, it's the same playbook, it seems like. We're on the same page.
Yeah, exactly. It's garbage. It's a nightmare. Folks, we've got it bad, but we're healing as a nation. We're healing.
Yeah.
Whereas, say, the UK is not healing. They're getting worse and worse. France getting worse and worse. Spain, worse and worse and worse.
Canada.
They're starting to push back. Spain is going to be where the big pushback happens first. It always has been. Right? It always has been. It's just, it's a proximity thing. It's going to happen there first. It's going to be ugly.
Authoritarians push back harder. Here in America, we kind of have some checks and balances still left and still in place that it's harder to do that. But in like Germany, man, even if there, is a great awakening happening and people pushing back, they just go tyrannical.
Mm-hmm.
Shut it down. No, we're not going to let you win that election. We're not going to, we're just taking over. They can just be more tyrannical and get away with it.
And, it came out the other day as well that the Biden administration worked together with, the Federal Reserve and all these the Treasury to blackball Donald Trump from at least 10 major banks. We talked about
Yes.
this last week with Bank of America and Wells Fargo, I think it was, but or J.P. Morgan. No, it was 10 additional banks. They tried to freeze a former president out of having the ability to do banking. Why does that matter to us? Because if they can do it to a former president, they can do it to anybody who voted for him.
Yeah. They even froze the president from having his own social media account on Twitter, of all things. They're insane. These
And
people were
Facebook and
tyrants,
everything, yeah.
dirty tyrants, man, and they play mean.
It's kind of
And if they ever
shocking,
get the
isn't it?
power back again, if they get the power back again, they'll go right back to their same tricks, but be way worse, because they're going to say, wait, we did all that we thought we could do and we weren't able to stop them. We've got to go more tyrannical. We've got to go more dirty. Trust me, that's going to be their policy.
Which is why we need some heads to roll over this Russiagate thing. You know, we need people like Donald Trump has said many times, I could have gone after Hillary. I said, don't do it. Leave her alone. Even though you said you'd be in jail. You know, if I was president, you'd be in jail. Now the gloves are off, man. They tried to kill the man. The gloves are off.
They did. Somebody did anyway. Yeah, and it does seem coordinated. A lot of sketchy things in that as well that need to be answered. We need answers. We're not getting them yet, but I'm hopeful that's because people are actually really trying to get it all answered before they present it to the public.
You know, we're 1/8 of the way through this presidency, and look what's happened already. 1/8.
Pretty
we're
excited.
1/8 of the way through, right?
Yep.
And if there's another term with, J.D. Vance or whoever, Marco Rubio, no thank you. But anyway, folks, we're all out of time. This has been the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Thank you so much for listening. We're going to end the show right here, and we'll see you on Wednesday night.
All right, we're going to get cut off any second now.
It's a flat earth. It ain't round.
All right, we're going to get cut off any second now. And when we do, I'll pick you up on the after show. Are we going to do an after show tonight?
I don't know. Barry, up a little bit.
I'm out, dude. I got too much on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the day of the Lord. It's the Sabbath. We shouldn't have backed up work to be doing at 8 o'clock at night. That's all I'm saying.
What's up with that, Barry?
I mean, if you don't celebrate the Sabbath, I get it. You know, it's just some of us are a little more religious than others.
Yep. I got to get up early, man. 4:30. I try to get up at 4:30, man.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
By the way.
All right, man.
All right.
Love you. You're the best.
I will host us out on. Well, folks, we're not going to take and do an after show tonight. Normally we do an after show, but you know what? I'm not going to do it tonight. So thank you all for coming in. I'm going to host over to. Let's see here. Who am I going to host over to? See, I'm gonna host over to Donnie and on Kick, and I'm gonna host over to probably MC Dirty Work if he's still up. Let's see here. Yeah, he's still up. All right. So thank you all for coming in tonight. I'm going to take in, it's been a great night. Appreciate each and every one of you. We love each and every one of you. So yeah, we will be back live on Wednesday with more great live shows. And then in between, I'll be running some other shows in between. So keep an eye out. All right. So let's go ahead and do our hosting. Hosting over to There we go. And I'm going to host over to Donnie. Everybody have a great night. I'll be backing up later on with more stuff for you.